verify her guess, she went to her best friend. Soyeon's best friend analyzed that the relationship between Hunsu and Kangwoo before was intentionally fabricated by Hunsu. Kangwoo was completely unaware of the situation. Adding to Kangwoo's recent concern for Soyeon at school, it could be judged that his feelings for her were real. Hearing these words, Soyeon couldn't calm down even more. Wherever she went, the image of Kangwoo confessing to her appeared in Soyeon's mind. In the following days, Kangwoo didn't appear at school. This made Soyeon feel a little uncomfortable. She was so upset that she went to her second brother's bar to drink. While she was drunk, Soyeon called Kangwoo. Then she said a few confusing words. Seeing this, Soyeon's second brother immediately snatched the phone from her hand. He was afraid that she would feel embarrassed when she woke up tomorrow. He even thoughtfully deleted the call log. Sure enough, the next day when Soyeon woke up, the first thing she did was to check her phone to see if she had done anything outrageous. After she confirmed that she had not made any random calls, she thought that everything that had happened yesterday was a dream. When Soyeon was hesitating whether to take the initiative to contact Kangwoo, he appeared in front of her house. Seeing that Kangwoo did not abandon her because of her rejection, Soyeon trotted over to drive. The two of them went to a street food stall to eat. Seeing Kangwoo eating so deliciously, Soyeon thought it was his first time experiencing life. But Kangwoo said that he had often eaten these dishes before. It was only after being rejected by her that he decided to lose weight and restrained himself. Hearing Kangwoo's words, Soyeon felt a little guilty. The day soon arrived for the sports team to prepare to participate in the track and field meet. Soyeon was so excited that she decided to go to the track and field meet. At this time, Kangwoo drove over in time and got in the car as well. But because he had a phobia of buses, he started to get carsick while on the road. Luckily, Soyeon had meticulously massaged his acupressure points. Kangwoo was very happy at this moment. They soon arrived at their destination. But looking at the small and shabby student housing, Kangwoo couldn't stand it. So Kangwoo told the students to get on the bus, and he took them to a luxurious villa. Although Soyeon said he was exaggerating, his actions were very sincere. In a flash, she ran to the beach to play in the water. In no time, she had soaked herself. Seeing Soyeon like that, Kangwoo both pampered her and was afraid that she would catch a cold. So he meticulously put his coat on her. At this moment, Kangwoo couldn't contain his feelings. He held her so she couldn't turn around. Then he lowered his head and leaned on her shoulder. He only wished she could stay by his side like that forever. Soyeon just stood there motionless, waiting until she went back to her room. The feelings in her heart couldn't settle, so she made a bold decision. She took the initiative to find Kangwoo and told him what was on her mind. Why she kept thinking about him. Why she always cared about him. Kangwoo always suddenly appeared beside her, even when she didn't want to see him. After hearing Soyeon's words, Kangwoo said that if she didn't want to look, then don't look. Then he used his hand to cover her eyes. Finally, Kangwoo boldly kissed Soyeon on the lips. This time Soyeon didn't refuse. When she returned to her room, Soyeon still seemed a little dazed. She covered her mouth and stood there blankly for a while. But very soon, everyone went out to eat together again. The two of them couldn't avoid seeing each other. At that moment, Kangwoo was in a very cheerful mood, but Soyeon felt extremely embarrassed. She even deliberately changed the subject when Kangwoo tried to talk. When they got to the restaurant, Kangwoo didn't behave himself either. Under the table, his foot kept touching Soyeon's. Soyeon acted like nothing was happening. But Kangwoo became even bolder. This made Soyeon feel nervous and uneasy all over. So she casually found an excuse and left the dining table. That night, when Soyeon returned to her room, she received a message from Kangwoo. This time, Soyeon was afraid Kangwoo would do something strange, so she put on a beauty mask. But this time, she really had overthought it. Kangwoo only came to bring her a pillow. The second day of the competition went very smoothly, and one of Soyeon's friends, Kangwoo, was there. Even won first place. The whole group happily returned home. The first thing Soyeon did when she got home was find her best friend. Soyeon asked Mikyung what it felt like to kiss. Why didn't she feel anything at all? Mikyung thought it was because their technique was too bad, which was why Soyeon didn't feel anything. Mikyung advised Soyeon to be a little bolder. She told Soyeon to go find Kangwoo and try again. So that night, Soyeon went to Kangwoo's house and straightforwardly asked him if he wanted to try again. Before Kangwoo could even react, Soyeon kissed him on the lips. This action took Kangwoo by complete surprise. He didn't expect her to be so direct, but after the kiss, Soyeon still didn't seem to feel anything, so she asked to try again. This time, Kangwoo responded enthusiastically, and he boldly lifted Soyeon's face and kissed her. But Soyeon still didn't seem to feel anything. This made Kangwoo doubt himself greatly, and he started eating uncontrollably. He didn't care about his image anymore. Even when food fell on him, he didn't pay attention. For someone with a severe cleanliness obsession like him, this was a huge shock. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Minhyuk confessed his feelings to Soyeon, but Soyeon truly didn't care. She really had no feelings for him at all. Instead, she couldn't stop thinking about Kangwoo. This made Soyeon gradually realize that she seemed to really like Kangwoo. So Soyeon took the initiative to find Kangwoo and invite him on a date. And so they had a full day of dating. They not only rode a roller coaster together, but also took photos and watched a sweet movie together. Like typical couples. At this moment, Soyeon also confirmed her own feelings. She decided to officially be with him. When he got home, Kangwoo was so excited that he placed their photo by his bedside and smiled as he fell asleep. But things weren't so good for Soyeon. That night, she had a nightmare in her sleep. So when Kangwoo's mother came to see Soyeon and asked her to break up with Kangwoo, she agreed without any hesitation. The reason Soyeon's attitude changed so drastically overnight was because the night before, she remembered the accident that took her parents' lives. The car accident that killed her parents happened that night because of her. That day, Soyeon insisted on going to find Kangwoo to apologize, so she dragged her parents along. But on the way, they encountered a drunk driver, which caused the accident. Her father shielded her with his body to save her. Thanks to that, she survived. Soyeon barely survived. Soyeon barely escaped from the car. But the next moment, her parents' car slid into the water. Unable to accept the truth, she lost her memory of that night. She felt it was all her fault. She believed she was a jinx. Soyeon didn't know how to face Kangwoo anymore. So when Kangwoo's mother made the request, Soyeon agreed without hesitation. This left Kangwoo's mother a bit confused. She hadn't even taken out the envelope she prepared. Yet Soyeon had already agreed. She returned home with a sad expression. When the grandmother saw her face, Grandma thought things hadn't gone well. When she heard that Soyeon agreed without hesitation, she was very surprised. Soyeon took the initiative to find Kangwoo and suggested breaking up with him. But Kangwoo was in a passionate stage of love and couldn't agree. So he hugged her like he was acting cute. And this scene was seen by his mother. Kangwoo's mother pretended it was her first time meeting Soyeon and enthusiastically came over to greet her. However, Kangwoo was smart and immediately sensed something was wrong. That was when he realized why Soyeon suddenly wanted to break up with him. It turned out his mother had secretly interfered. His mother hurriedly denied it and said she never cared about Soyeon's family background. As long as they were together, they would be together. If they loved each other and were happy, that was enough. She didn't want to cause conflict between mother and son because of a woman. Hearing his mother say this, Kangwoo took the opportunity to ask if she would support him and Soyeon. His mother had no choice but to temporarily let it go. But afterward, Kangwoo's mother secretly met with Soyeon and told her not to break up with him so suddenly. However, Soyeon felt it was better to be decisive. This made Kangwoo's mother feel helpless. Kangwoo's mother asked Soyeon what Kangwoo was lacking, why she had to break up with him. But Soyeon said it wasn't Kangwoo's problem. Because of the huge gap between their family backgrounds, Soyeon felt she wasn't worthy of Kangwoo. Hearing this, Kangwoo's mother didn't agree with Soyeon. It seemed she had forgotten her original purpose was to persuade them to break up. She said that whether their family backgrounds matched or not was something for the elders to consider. She felt the two of them were very compatible, so she agreed to let them keep dating. Before Soyeon could respond, she had already quickly left. Kangwoo also roughly understood why Soyeon wanted to break up with him. He went to see a therapist for advice. Asked the therapist what to do if his girlfriend wanted to break up, because he was too handsome and rich. These words made the therapist furious. After calming down, the therapist told Kangwoo that during this period, it was best not to meet Soyeon. He should give her time to calm down. If she really wanted to break up, there would be nothing he could do to stop it. Only when she thought things through herself would she have an answer. Kangwoo then followed the therapist's advice. When he returned to the villa, he began to eat uncontrollably. Not only was the table full of high-calorie foods, but even when going to the bathroom, he was still chewing. He didn't even notice when the corner of his mouth cracked. At the same time, So-yeon also felt deep pain inside, thinking about how her parents died. She felt like she had lost the courage to be happy again. Her two older brothers couldn't bear to see her in such pain. One of them tried to comfort her, encouraging her to move on and face a new life, because that's what their parents would have wanted. The other went to find Kang-woo and told him what had happened on the day their parents. After learning the truth, Kang-woo fell into a state of guilt. He thought it was all his fault. At that moment, So-yeon had already figured things out and went to his house to find him. Before he could say anything, she confessed her feelings to him. This made Kang-woo unable to hold back, and he kissed So-yeon again. But afterward, thinking it over, he felt everything was his fault. So he agreed to the breakup she had previously proposed. He felt he had no face left to see her again. So he returned to his home and slammed his bedroom door shut. No matter how hard So-yeon knocked, he refused to open it. Even though Kang-woo was so cold, since Se-yeon had already confirmed her own feelings, she wasn't going to give up easily. So for the next few days, she stayed outside Kang-woo's house, doing her best to make. After a few days of tireless effort, the two of them finally got back together. Kang-woo's mother also secretly investigated So-yeon and discovered that this girl had a very good personality and character, except that she was just a little foolish. So Kang-woo's mother no longer opposed their relationship. She even took the initiative to find So-yeon and bought her a set of clothes. So-yeon also received a call from Kang-woo's grandmother, inviting her to visit their house. Since Kang-woo's family had already accepted her, So-yeon felt she should go visit them. To present herself as the perfect girlfriend, So-yeon practiced walking in high heels and wearing formal clothes, even though she normally only wore sneakers as a PE teacher. Later, she dressed up in formal wear and officially visited Kang-woo's family with him. Seeing how So-yeon ate, Kang-woo's grandmother was very pleased, and Kang-woo, in his formal attire, kept looking at her shoes. He was worried she might be uncomfortable in high heels. He even asked about his mother's shoe size. After finding out that his mother and So-yeon had similar shoe sizes, he asked them to swap. This left both his mother and So-yeon speechless, feeling that he didn't care about his mother. This deeply hurt his mother. At that moment, his grandmother, sitting nearby, kept complaining that her own son wasn't much. Clearly, the entire family were romantics. And so, the story of Kang-woo and So-yeon came to a happy ending. The two of them continued to live a sweet and happy life. Perhaps having flaws as a human isn't scary. What matters is that someone knows you have flaws, but still chooses you. Anyway, that's probably the most important thing people need to find. Don't look for the most perfect person. Look for the one who suits you best. And that is the complete story of this series. Thank you all for watching, and see you again.